Yo, what's up? So I just woke up from a 5 hour nap after playing 24 hours straight of New World on its full release. So I feel like I have pretty good insight on to tell you whether or not the game is worth it, my first impressions of it, and how I feel about it so far as a whole. So the first thing I'm going to say is if you want to wait on getting the game, completely reasonable. The queues to get in the game yesterday were absolutely ridiculous. But today they're going to be a lot better. They did do some updates for servers, at least in US East, probably in US West, and I think in EU as well. So you might have a better time logging in today. But on launch day, it was absurd. I waited for 6 hours, the first queue, and I got on as soon as those servers went on. I waited for 6 hours to get in. And then later in the day, after I had been streaming for, I don't know, 5 hours or so, maybe longer, I had to go do something real quick, or not real quick, for like 30 minutes. And then when I got back, I was kicked for inactivity, and then I had to wait another 2 hours or so to get back in the game. And that was at like 8 at night PST. So, yes, there's a lot of people playing the game right now. Now, has Amazon fixed a lot of the issues that they had early on? I say yes. I had very few server stability issues in the game, and most of those could have been due to ping or anything like that. I wasn't really looking at my ping at the time, to be honest. I was a bit delirious having been awake for so long. But that being said, if your computer is on the lower end, you might actually have a hard time running this game. Okay? Because even at medium settings, while I'm streaming, it has a hard time running. So I'm going to assume, and I have a 5900X and a 6600 XT. So I'm going to assume that if you're running on a much lower end PC, you might have a really, really hard time actually running this game. So there's that, okay? And that's pretty much the only major issues that I had originally with the game. Now, the gameplay feels great. The crafting and gathering feels about the same. So if you want to go watch my original first impressions of the beta, everything else remains about the same. The only thing now is that depending on how much free time you have, you might want to wait a couple days or a week or so to get the game, because I'm having this much trouble on weekdays, okay? Now imagine how crazy it's going to be on the weekend, assuming that Amazon doesn't add more servers or increase the capacity of each server within a region. So I'll just go over some of the stuff real quick. So this should be real quick. I already did a first impressions video, like I said, so go watch that for most of my opinions, as they haven't really changed much, but I'll go over some of them just to give you a quick overview. Combat is really, really good. The progression for your weapons and for your character feels super awesome. Getting attributes that you give to your different, or getting points that you give to your different attributes when you level up your character, and then leveling up your weapon and getting different skills and abilities for your weapon, is an excellent way to do progression. And then having different skills like gathering skills and crafting skills that you level up at a time also feels really, really good, because it's really awesome to be able to unlock new things. It's basically the reason people love RuneScape's like skilling so much. It's the same thing pretty much. So if you enjoy that skilling and you enjoy action combat like Dark Souls and stuff like that, then I feel like this is going to be a really, really solid pick for you. Now, there is an extreme lack of character customization, so it might be hard for a lot of people to actually feel that strong connection to your character. But once you get into the game, I think you start feeling it. The lore is a bit lacking. You pretty much just have to go around reading a bunch of pamphlets and like papers that are scattered throughout the world. It's not really much. So if you're into lore, it's going to be a little bit rough, honestly. There is a lore to the game. It's just like not really presented that well. It's kind of like a side thing, so people don't really care about it, to be honest. So I'm level 21 right now, but by the time this goes live, I might be a higher level. And if you want to, you can come check out my stream. I'll probably be streaming as this video goes up or right after, and I'll be streaming all week, all the way into the weekend until next week. So come check me out there. Quick video today just to give you some insight into any major things that are different from my first impressions, if you saw those. If not, go watch those for my actual opinions. But yeah, I feel like it's a really good game. if you like those things that I talked about, you're going to enjoy it and you're going to have a lot of fun. It's only $40, honestly, which is pretty, like $40 for a game these days is pretty low. And you don't have to pay anything else. You just go in, play the game. It's that easy. So I hope you guys, if you do buy it, enjoy it. I'm on Yggdrasil US West. If you come join that server, shoot me a DM on Twitter, or you can add my character, the Warmonger No Space, and shoot me a message. I'll play with you. And I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.